Where are all the good bands, and why are we running out of guitar heroes? This one's going to be a rant. Okay, bit of a sweeping generalisation, but on the stream last week we got talking about awesome guitar players from the 80s and the bands that they played for. The stream's every Wednesday, 9 PM UK time, if you want to come and catch it. So yeah, we got chatting about epic guitar players and 80s rock bands. Paul Gilbert, Adrian Vandenberg, John Sykes, George Lynch, Steve Vai. Bands like Whitesnake, Dave Lee Roth, Van Halen, Mr. Big, Extreme, Yngwie Malmsteen, Rising Force, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, KK Downing. I mean, so many good bands and so many great, amazing guitar players, all from one decade. And well, I just thought it was pretty sad that we don't really get that anymore. I mean, I know there's plenty of awesome bands around now and some amazing guitar players, but nowhere near as many as we had back in the day, and it got me thinking about what had changed. Look, I understand, right, that grunge killed off a lot of the rock music of the 80s. Guitar solos, when grunge came along, became a lot less important, and then we got nu metal, again, not a genre known for a guitar solo. And then it all kind of died off. I mean, you listen to any of the mainstream radio stations now and it's all R&B and hip-hop or pop music. I mean, rarely full bands playing. It's either this singer or that rapper featuring this other rapper. And there's no anthems anymore. God, I sound like such a boomer. I don't care, because I'm right. And where is our guitar heroes? I mean, sure, we've still got most of the dudes left over from the 80s, and I'm happy about that. But it breaks my heart every time we lose another one of those. But we just aren't getting guitar players with the volume and quality that we used to. I mean, we're getting 1,000,005 Instagram guitar players who grace us with 30-second heavily edited clips. And I'm not dissing these players. I mean, some of them are mind-blowing. But it's unlikely that we'll ever see them standing on a stage in front of a stack of Marshalls melting our faces. We just aren't getting the bands through these days, and that's sad. And it's not the fault of the musicians. No siree. I mean, there's loads of bands that play. I see them advertised all the time. I see them advertising for band members. I don't really see them playing because there's not really anywhere left for them to play. But even if they could find somewhere to play, no one would go and see them because they aren't rapping or talking over a trap beat or auto-tuning the vocals. So nobody cares. And then they eventually give up because they can't make any money and they can't play in front of anybody. And record companies don't care about them. The record companies are only interested in sound bites for TikTok videos. They only want acts that'll get played on mainstream radio. And that ain't rock bands. They only want acts that'll get millions of streams on Spotify. They only want acts with an established social media presence. They only want acts that will get in the charts. And unfortunately, rock bands, alternative bands, metal bands, they only appeal to the minority now in the grand scheme of things. Look, I know that music always evolves. I mean, we went from rock and roll bands in the 50s to guitar bands in the 60s to rock bands in the 70s to metal bands in the 80s. And then we had grunge in the 90s and bands like Oasis and stuff, still guitar bands. Then we had nu metal, but I mean, none of that's my favourite, but I mean, I'll take it over the garbage we've got now. And now all we're left with is the same old R&B songs and hip-hop and pop garbage. Yeah, sure, we do have some rock and metal bands that do okay. But I mean, even some of those bands have been going for like 20, 30 years. There's no incentive to be in a band anymore. I mean, sure, do it for the love of it. Do it because you enjoy hanging out with your friends and playing music, but doesn't pay the bills. And there's 1,000,001 producers now sitting in their bedrooms with old laptops and cracked copies of the Fruit Loops DAW, churning out 10 songs a day, clogging up Spotify like Nico Avocado's toilet. And again, that is so sad. I mean, some of these Instagram guitar players that I mentioned earlier, I reckon it would be amazing, you know, if they took their talent and played in a band and went on stage and went on tour, took the music to the people. But it's way easier to sit in your home studio now and crank out sound bites for the brain-dead social media generation. And they get more money doing that than they would if they played live, to be fair. I mean, you have a look on YouTube, right? I think Mary Spender made one of these videos a few months ago about how she went on tour and how much it cost her and how much money that Mary Spender lost. And I mean, Mary's cool. I mean, she's a big YouTuber. I like Mary Spender. But she's sitting there with a huge subscriber count and huge online following, and she can't even break even playing a few live shows. I mean, if Mary Spender can't do it, then how the hell would anyone else stand a chance? How would a group of young 20-year-olds do a tour these days? You know, get in front of people and play music, build up a following. How the hell would they be expected to do that when a popular YouTuber with 750,000 subscribers loses money on a small tour? I mean, look at Glastonbury and look at Coachella. I mean, the last few years, the lineup at these festivals has stank. Absolutely awful. I think Glastonbury last year, I think there was like one guitar band playing. It's just people coming out on stage now and singing over backing tracks and auto-tuning. There's no bands. It's just auto-tune, backing tracks, auto-tune, backing tracks, and that is sad. So yeah, that's why we've got no big bands anymore, and that's why we're running out of guitar heroes. Be ashamed of yourselves. And that's why when the old guard that we've got now are gone, there's not going to be anyone for the ones coming through to look up to. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, feel free to jump in the comments and let me know what you think. I mean, what do you think the future of guitar bands is? Do you think there's anything that can be done to stop the rot? Anyway, today's was just a badly thought out rant. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. Helps the video get out there into the algorithm, and God knows I need it. I've also got some merch for sale. I've got some super chats, and I've got some memberships as well. Any revenue generated from these things just goes back into the upkeep of the channel, so it is greatly appreciated. I also stream every Wednesday 9 PM UK time. It's usually just me and some buddies, and we're talking about guitars and gear and pedals and bands and music and stuff, and it's pretty cool. The chat are a good bunch, so come along and check it out. You'll always be made to feel welcome. Anyway, thanks again. Take it easy. Peace out.